Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of Project Tiger. So, previous budget, I know we kicked that off to add some value, but I actually missed the core thing that started this, and this was aeration and a dethatch. So that cost me $200. I'm going to update the budget. You're going to see it over here just to showcase the tallies. This is all about backlapping, and I'll give you a little hint, it goes wrong. It's another problem I got to deal with. That being said, the lapping compound for in this video cost me $45, and it took me about an hour and 20, hour and 30 of my time. So with that, let's get on with it. Let's go.
I'm going to try to attempt to sharpen this reel. I've looked online, been unable to find any types of abrasives of any kind. So what I did do is go to Lee Valley and bought a manual hand abrasive compound. So let's start the steps. I've seen a couple videos online, and I've sort of done my best to piece together what it should look like. Again, I don't have a ton of skill in this. We're just giving it a go. So we'll take off the clippings bin. And what we're going to do is we're going to push it back right here. This will be its resting place as we do the work. All right, so for this job, we're going to need some paper towel. We're going to need an old paintbrush, 5/8 open spanner, 18mm socket. For some reason, my machine, that's what fits on the reel and fits best. A drill adapter for the socket, some abrasive compound. Again, in my case, I think I've mentioned it before, but Lee Valley is where I managed to get it. It's for a hand reel mower. And then we're going to need our drill. So let's do a quick review of how sharp we are in current state. So I'm just going to point this at the reel here. So if I take my paper, I can see that it's just barely grabbing onto. This is just a normal piece of paper, and in no areas does it actually cut. Watching other people's videos, I've seen semi-complete videos where they go through it. I don't know if my method's right, but what I'm going to go through is use the newspaper drag method, where you put on compound, and I'm going to show us how to do that. Ultimately, you tighten the reel to where it drags newspaper, and that should be sharp enough. So we'll come back and complete a sharpness test when we're done. So step one from some of the other videos is this is where our height is adjusted. So I'm going to back this off 4 clicks. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to come around to the other side. Right here. Give a better view. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this should give us enough space where we're not completely destroying the blade as we put abrasives on it. The drill, it's just going to go into the side here. I've got it setting there just for example purposes. It's critical, from what I read, to turn the reel backwards in order to sharpen it and not go forwards. What I'm going to do, the paste looks like this. It's just like a metally, sort of gritty paste. Put it on my paintbrush here. I'm going to really slowly turn the reel. Just to get this compound on there. Might get a little more aggressive. You can definitely hear it. I want to make sure that all the blades are well covered. Right there. I'm going to load up some more abrasive just to see if that is helping. I can definitely see it on the blades, or on the cutting edge of the blade. You can hear it a little bit more now. Just going at a slow speed. I do feel like we could use a little bit more contact. I'm going to go 1 click ahead on each side. Get some more of this compound onto my paintbrush. Feel the blades here. They definitely are feeling a bit sharper. So I'm going to stay at this level. Just going to put a little bit more of the goo on. All right. So we'll call that complete, I think. And what we're going to do is we're going to clean up the blade now. This is the reel after you're done, and you can see all kinds of metal stuff on there. So really got to go through and just one by one clean this all off. Probably should have given the reel a spray down with a hose before I did this, but live and learn. That's the name of the game. Read on somebody's channel that you're supposed to do like a drag method. So take the blade, I'm going to put it on top. You should be able to just sort of drag it out, which it seemingly is doing there. Let's go hit the center. So that feels a little looser. Maybe that's the right tension though. Try over here. So yeah, like that's just dragging out. So let's get a normal, this is just a normal piece of paper here. Let's try. Yeah, it's still not really doing much. Okay, so that's not good. Let's see if I can find it. Nope. No. I wonder if a little faster. If a little faster will cut it a bit. Don't really know what to do at this point. Have a sip of beer. And just one more. Maybe I went too tight. I'll retest. I've got all kinds of stuff in here. That's cutting. That's not. That cuts perfect. So I don't know. Maybe my reel needs to be ground to make this sharper, but I don't know. My gut tells me maybe there's been some improvement today. I don't know. I don't think that's working right. Yeah, so it sort of seems like, I don't know if I need to get my reel ground. I've seen some videos online of people doing that to maybe square it up better. So it looks like I've got to do that. It definitely like cuts a little bit. I'm hoping that this improves the cut, but the whole center of the reel doesn't really cut. So maybe that's why I got a bit of a better deal on it. So anyways, on to the next challenge of figuring out how to fix that aspect.